So you think that maybe you feel crummy on refeed day because you've been so clean with your body?
Yeah, she says some people actually struggle with that, but then most of us are still feeling better the next day. So like you get that glycogen back in the muscles, and I feel much better today.
And then, so how do you feel on refeed days? Do you notice a difference in your workouts and how you feel?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, well, here's the problem is my first 3 weeks, I was very strict with the program, and then I slacked off. So I'm not a good judge in that, because I'm at the point now where, like today, well, this whole, like last week and this week, I'm exhausted and I don't feel well. And it's because of my eating. I've got to get back to eating like I was in the first 3 weeks. And I know that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's, I guess to just kind of push on through it, it's really good feedback. You know, I was talking to Patty about this, and, you know, it's just kind of like any program they've ever put out there. You know, it's not going to be perfect for everybody. So it's really great you going through it. And if you have really awesome results, that's awesome. But there's always going to be pros and cons of every workout. And I think that's what's really cool about actually starting and finishing every program, doing your best with the nutrition. Again, you don't have to be perfect by any means, but like I was so against Country Heat, like so against Country Heat. Hey, Mandy. When it came out, I was like, because I was doing hammer and chisel, and I was like, there's no way that I'm going to do like go from hammer and chisel to Country Heat. But like you need to go from start to finish so that you will know what people go through. And you know what? I actually had like really good results. I didn't even know it until I took my before and after picture. But it's really good that you go, like we all go through. And even like for me with being pregnant, I had to be put on restriction with not being able to work out, do the whole hour workouts. I still got through a few weeks of it, and I'm still doing like be a little obsessed. And so even if you have to restrict it and you can't do the full thing, you know, it's good to like do a week of every program at least for, you know, so it's not going to be perfect for everybody. So I think it's good taking notes of all your pros and cons. And if you're like Libby, you said Summer was feeling like that, or some of your other customers, letting them know it's normal. You know, other people are feeling it too. So, well, today I'm just going to keep it pretty short. So if you haven't watched the video that Patty made tonight, go watch it. It's really simple. She's talking about the Coach Sampler Pack. I just wanted to jump on here. A couple things is just to see what questions you guys have regarding any of the new things that are coming out, or the, you know, anything in the coach breaking office. If you guys have been able to do that, I'd love you to share, you know, your challenges or your struggles. And then I kind of wanted to share a little bit about how I've been able to hit higher numbers in Success Club, and why I feel like hitting Success Club has not been my biggest challenge. Of recruiting is definitely always my challenge, and I think that's the challenge of every coach. But I wanted to share some tips and tricks that have worked for me with like hitting Success Club, and so that might be able to, you know, you guys might be able to relate to that. So go into who has watched Patty's video yet. It's really short. Not yet. Okay, so just go watch it. So it talks about the sampler pack. Oh, you saw it, Mandy? Awesome. Coach Sampler Pack, first of all, it's unlimited. So that's nice. So it's not limited, because it, like with the Shakeology Sampler Pack, you only can order it once. The Coach Sampler Pack, you can order as many times as you want. So it's really awesome. I'm going to be using it. A coach while I was at New Leadership. You guys have probably seen Cozy Folsom. She's Micah's sister-in-law. She sends it to all of her new people when they sign up for a challenge program. She'll send them, like if they buy the Shakeology regular Beachbody On Demand with Shakeology, she'll send them an Energize and a Hydrate or a Recharge, and just send them one and just say, with a little handwritten note, and say, hey, thanks for joining me. Can't wait to, and here's a little sample for you. So it gets them to try it. So it's kind of great because it gets them to try something new that they might not have ever tried. And they'll say, hey, what is that? And then you can follow up and say, did you get to try that Energize yet? It's one of my favorite products that we have, or whatever. So it can help, you know, build up some of your volume. You can use it for incentives for, you know, your coaches, your challengers, or whatever. Or it's just really good for you to try some, you know, some things too.
Have we seen, what's the price of the pack?
$59 something. I can't remember. There's savings if you're like, you get 10 Energize, 10 Hydrates, one of each of every Shakeology, from the regular and the vegan. You get one of the each of the daily sunshines or two of each of the daily sunshines.
Oh, this is the one she said is like you can do bundles, like one is 50 PV and two is 90 PV. Is that right?
No, that was the bars. She was
the
talking
bars.
about the
That's right.
bars. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to say that pack was like closer to 100 though, the sampler pack.
That's
Because
what
I
was
saw it on the FAQs. I think it was like closer to what Shakeology costs.
I'll find the answer to that. So I'm going to order at least one. If I rarely don't get backed up in Shakeology, but sometimes Mitch does. And so sometimes like every 2 or 3 orders, I'll order the single packs of the Shakeology, and I do try to give those out as samples. And I have had some people buy 7 for me for you can sell 7 for $35 because that's what they'd get it online, and then they don't have to pay shipping, and you can make your money back too. So
That's a good idea.
yeah. Yeah. So you can just, because you want them to do 7 in a row. You don't want them to just get one. One's okay for flavor, but what if they screw up and they make it wrong? Oh my God, it was so gross. You want to give them 7 days, and that's why they sell it in a 7-day pack. Plus, they see a big difference. Like I've had some people who start it, and they actually makes them sick in the beginning because of the probiotics. There's die-off of the old bacteria, the dead bacteria, fiber if they're not used to eating fiber. And so doing 7 days will help them. They'll see a better picture of what they'll feel like. So if you ever get backed up on your Shakeology order, but you want to keep it for your HD, you can order the single packs, sell them, and then you make your money and you're not wasting. So FAQ, coach, sampler. I'm looking this up because I want to know the answer before we get off here. And then, yeah, the bars. I got to actually sample the bars. There were 2 flavors, and the one I thought was going to be the nastiest, the cherry, it was the best. The peanut butter was good. It had little nuggets in, like they have little nuggets. It's not just like a bar, like it's not like a Snickers kind of like a protein bar, like where it's just chocolate with the filling. It's actually like nuggets in there. You've seen those, what's the one I can think of? Like it has like little, it's not soy, but some of them have those like little Rice Krispies in it. It's like little.
Oh, yeah. Like zone bars.
Yeah, exactly. So they're really good. Those are coming out soon, so keep your eyes open for that. And then Daily Sunshine. I know Libby's a big fan of Daily Sunshine. Melissa, we've talked about it. If you haven't tried it, I'm a huge fan of it. I used to give my kids Shakeology, but I'd give them like half a scoop. And now, I mean, I feel so much better. Like I feel like I'm giving them something really healthy, and it gives them all their vitamins and stuff. Because it's so hard to get kids to take vitamins anyway, and they're usually pretty crappy.
Have you heard if they're going to do any other flavors? Have you heard any?
Not on those.
Of that? My kids, 2 of my boys love chocolate, but Wesley, who is my picky eater, he doesn't like chocolate. He likes strawberry, but he doesn't like strawberry banana, and he likes vanilla. So I'm like,
yeah.
But he doesn't like the vanilla Shakeology. So I've tried. I'm like, but the chocolate, the Daily Sunshine, the chocolate tastes more chocolate and creamier than I think.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a good question. Eventually they might come out with like a vanilla or something. I'm sure it's a lot. Like that was like a 2-year in the making process.
I know.
Gluten-free and certified, and it's really hard and it's expensive. And so, but yeah,
it makes it have a good base.
Reach out to your customers. Let them know. It's a great way to maybe if they already are ordering Shakeology, they can become a coach and get the discount and get it right now for $75. Okay, so the price of the sampler pack is $74.95, and there's 75 personal volume points. So that would keep you an active coach, or if somebody orders it under you. So there's the answer to that. What else? Trying to think what else was coming out.
What do you have to keep to stay active?
50.
It's 50. I was
Until you're a diamond, then it's 100.
But to get Success Club, don't you have to be at 90 PV or something like that, I read?
I don't think so, because Melissa had.
Okay.
I had 90.
No, I had to do 90.
Oh,
maybe it was to be Emerald.
Yeah, this is what confuses me. Yes, to be Emerald, I believe it's 90 PV. But that's your Shakeology, or it's also personal volume from people ordering under you.
Yeah.
It's your personal coaches. I mean, personal customers, not coaches.
Not coaches. Okay.
Not coaches.
But to stay active, like with Ben's account.
Right now, just keep it at 50 PV. But if he advances to Emerald, then you'd get him to 90 PV. But by then you probably will have some customers under him. That makes sense?
Yeah. I'll just keep it.
But if you
Daily
go
Sunshine.
Shakeology under you and then Daily Sunshine or Energize or anything under Ben. So always keep just Shakeology under you and anything extra under Ben.
Yeah.
That's what I do. And what's nice is you get the same discount, but then you also get volume on that leg.
You also get the volume. Yeah, that's just crazy.
It's nice because you can double dip.
Yeah.
And now when you hit 2-star diamond, I opened up a second business center. So I have Mitch on one side and my second business center on one side. So I can
Okay.
both sides. That's a whole nother level, but
Yeah.
it is nice. It is
She
kind of
feels
nice.
sick.
I
So,
kind of feel like I'm doing that with my mom's account. I happen to keep all
Yeah.
three going.
yeah, I know, but hopefully you can like replace her with somebody else soon, you know?
Yeah.
You'll get to a point like that. Like I signed my mom up and now I'm thinking about canceling her in maybe like re-signing her up in 6 months somewhere else because she orders Shakeology like every 2 or 3 months. So I'm like always working so hard. And I'm like, she's not doing anything for my business anymore because I have enough coaches.
She actually tried my Energize the other day.
Yeah.
And she liked it, and I'm trying to get her off a Diet Coke. So I'm thinking about getting some Energize. Can you buy the Energize in packets?
Yeah. They come in.
I was thinking about doing that and starting to kind of deal those out to some of my friends that are Coke addicts.
Yes. And Spark. Everybody loves that Spark stuff.
I know.
And it's Spark isn't nearly as clean as the Energize. And Energize only has 100 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
And
But it feels like so much more.
patches, if they're used to that caffeine, all those the Thrive,
Yeah.
have friends doing that stuff. That stuff's like, she's like, I saw one post. She's like, oh my God, I woke up so early and I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. Oh, I feel so great. And I'm like, you feel the same on cocaine. I mean, I don't know that doesn't mean that you're, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you have a ton of energy, you're going to crash and you're going to get it like addicted. I'm kind of sensitive to that stuff because I used to be addicted to ephedra.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff. That phentermine, now it's called phentermine. It's actually a medical prescription, but I took a lot that in college. And whenever they made it illegal or whatever, and they banned it, I had to come off of it. And I had a few months of bad, it caused a lot of people to get in severe depression. And I didn't get severely depressed, but I was so exhausted and
Well, my addicts,
what's that?
my inpatient addicts, I mean, they struggled almost as much, if not more, with their caffeine withdrawals because I was a caffeine-free center. I did not have caffeine in my inpatient unit. And they struggled more with that withdrawal than they did with almost anything else.
Yeah. So that's why I like Energize. It's only 100 milligrams of caffeine. It's less than a cup of a grande black coffee at Starbucks is like 150.
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't get a huge shot of this. I mean, you get good energy, but it's not enough to
Okay.
although I still love my Energize, but, okay. I think that's basically it. I just wanted to give you guys so I'm going through something called the Art of Recruiting. You guys have probably seen us, or you might have even been on some of he has free webinars all the time. If you don't follow him, I would follow Josh Coates. Josh is an amazing push coach. He started off as a John Maxwell life coach. He is a John Maxwell life coach, but he actually built his business Beachbody coaches. And now he doesn't do just Beachbody. He does all network marketing. And I went to his conference last year and I'm going to be going again in October, cross my fingers, depending on baby. But I'll probably just bring the baby with me because Patty brought Trek last year and it was fine. But he is so motivating and he's so, he pushes you and he has that hashtag, let's puke together or whatever. And a lot of the stuff he's been teaching, it's not like I joined his group this month called The Art of Recruiting. It's $199. That's a big investment right now for our family. But I want to take my business to the next level. And the main thing it helps me with is just accountability. But it also has got me thinking more about my post and being consistent. And somebody asked me, how did you hit such high numbers with your Success Club? What are you doing? And I really think that I do a combination, but every few days, I always try to do some kind of engagement post, if not every day, where I'm getting a lot of likes that has nothing to do with Beachbody. So you'll notice I'm asking people, and I mean, they're real things like, what swimsuit should I wear? Now, most of the time I've either ordered it already or I have not ordered, you know, whatever, but what swimsuit, what shoes look best? How do you separate your laundry? The one I did recently. And good gosh, people are still commenting on that. Like, people want to tell you what to do. People want to share their opinions. But that's going to get your algorithms up on Facebook a lot. And it's also, so that way when the next time you post, more people are going to see it. That doesn't mean more people are going to like it, because there's times where you might post a post and you're like, golly, it's freaking crickets. But a lot of times they still see it. But staying consistent every day. Can they go to your page and do they know that you are into health and fitness of some sort? You know, are you a coach? I used to be that, like, take a picture of my Shakeology every day. Like, that gets annoying. You probably have those people in your newsfeed that are posting all about their products every other post. That's not going to get people to join you, but just being a real person. Sharing. So every day I try to share something about a healthy lifestyle, whether it's my workout post. Sometimes I do a video, sometimes I just do a picture, but I'm starting to he calls it breadcrumbing. So in my post, I might be talking about something like my kids, but I was and I'm also I was thinking, one time I did hey, I'm at the soccer field and I love how I can watch my kid, but also answer messages, because I've gotten so many about people wanting to join me in the group. I still have room if you want me to join, but it's a picture of my kid on the soccer field. You see, so it's kind of like I'm breadcrumbing about my groups and the coaching and those types of things. And then at least once a week, you do have to ask for the sale. But also those follow-up invites, you have to invite people in the back end. But stay consistent on your page, because I'll tell you, now that I've been a coach for over 3 years, I have people that I reached out to years ago. I had one girl I used to work with as her coach in GPP 3 years ago come to me, and now she's ready to do 80-day obsession. She has ignored my messages for 3 years, but she had to be ready. So people have to be ready, but just stay consistent. Don't make every post about health and fitness, because you're more than just a Beachbody coach. So share about your kids, your grandkids, your work. Throw some sense of humor in there too. People you want to make it to where they want to follow you. And so use Insta stories and Facebook stories. I've gotten to where somebody showed me, you guys probably already knew this, on Insta stories, you can put share to, and if it's linked to your Facebook, you can actually share to your Insta stories and your Facebook stories at the same time. Did y'all know that? Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Why my freaking
No.
Yeah. So if you're on Insta stories,
Same with your pictures.
If you go to Insta stories and you take a picture and you don't click your story right away, click share to, click your story, and then Facebook should come up too. Now you might have to link your Facebook with your Instagram. Mm-hmm. If that's not, you might have to go into the settings, but what a time saver. I was taking a picture, doing Instagram.
That's what I was doing.
Oh my God.
No, it's just hitting an extra button.
Oh my God, I know, right? Someone told me that and I was like, oh my gosh, mind blown. So again, it's a way that you can simplify your post. And now pretty much everything on Facebook, if you post something on Instagram, copy and paste it and post it separately to Facebook. Don't share an Instagram post to Facebook, because Facebook sees it as another post. Can y'all see? Can y'all see me? It says my internet's unstable. Okay. So if you have an Instagram post, it'll ask you, do you want to share this to Facebook? No, just copy and paste it and then go to Facebook and share it as if it's in a Facebook original post, because Facebook won't keep that'll lower your algorithms. Does that make sense?
It puts it in a folder.
Yeah, puts it in a separate folder altogether. I don't like that anyway.
Don't put any links also to anything outside of Facebook. So if you put a YouTube link, put link in the comments and then put the YouTube link in your comments. Because Facebook wants to keep people on Facebook. So if you share something that's going to take them off Facebook, you're out. So that was another thing. Watch your hashtags. It's going to throw a red flag up for Facebook also. So if you put Transformation Tuesday, you don't want to do hashtag Transformation Tuesday on Facebook, because they will recognize that, and that as a red flag that you're selling something. So watch your hashtags on Facebook. You can use fun hashtags, but not any of the sales ones. So Yeah, those are some tips, showing at least show before and after pictures every few days. Show also not only of yourself, but also other people. And sometimes, I don't have a customer that's necessarily making all these humongous changes. So I go to Carl Deichler's page. I go to Team Beachbody, their page. I'll go to the Coach exclusive group and I share those pictures. They don't have to be, but make it look like, hey, I just say it's a part of my group because it is a part of my group. I didn't say I was their coach. So it's a great way that people just see, wow, like it's not just you who's having these results. And you don't have to, but maybe once a week, share other people's results. And I try to share somebody who was very overweight, somebody who was really fit already, like a variety. So that way, you never know who's watching your page. And so they might not relate with somebody who's already started out looking better than they've ever felt they've looked ever in their life. So I try to share somebody who might look like a 50-year-old woman who's way more overweight. And then a younger girl another time, mom another time. So I try to vary that up too. And I think that helps. Because randomly I'll say to some people, okay, I'm ready to do this 80-day obsession because they related to somebody in my before and after picture.
It's interesting. I'm starting to, for the longest time, I've pretty much always attracted busy moms, right? But I've started to get more questions from the empty nesters that have put on weight that want to get back to a healthy weight and lifestyle and get them and their spouse back into a healthy place. So I've been getting a lot of 55 to 65-year-olds that are asking questions, or like people that know my parents, or it's just weird.
As an expert, because they're seeing you as an expert. That's really what it is. They've probably been watching you, but they're like, whoa, like you have credibility because you've now done it for a year. Like when you first started, they're like, okay, let's see what Libby does with this. Well, now if you are 80 pounds lighter and you've been doing it for a year, so they know you're not going to go anywhere. They don't that. Like, I think that has validation too. It takes time for people to see that. So, all right. Well, it's almost 9:00. Do you guys have any other questions? Thanks for jumping on here and spending your night with me. I know everybody's kind of busy and crazy. Mandy, how are you feeling?
Huge.
You two are super cute.
You are so cute. How far along are you?
30 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, those last few weeks are the hardest. I don't.
Yeah.
Peeing and the peeing every 10 minutes and.
Yeah. So I'm stopping 80-day because lately I just can't even get motivated to do it. I'm like, by halfway through, I'm like, I'm exhausted and this isn't even fun anymore.
Yeah.
So today I did Country Heat and I loved it.
How fun.
So I might just finish that throughout the rest of my pregnancy.
I saw your post. I thought that was really good how you talked about just, the variety that you have available to you depending on how you're feeling. That was a really good.
Yeah. And I'm going to do that for the rest of this week because my challenge group is starting on Monday. And I'm going to do a post about a different program
every day
until then, so that people know that we have other options.
Yeah. There's so many out there. There's actually a prenatal channel. I don't know if you've tried any of them.
Yeah, I did that one yesterday.
That one's pretty good. And I've gone.
It was hard.
I love 21 Day Fix because there's a modifier the whole time. Country Heat, you guys, I got so many of that, like you said, Libby, like older women, or not, I hate to use the word older, just women who were like not in exercise, who were like, I shared a lot of videos because they had one of those contests of win $1,000. You had to do a video less than a minute and hashtag Country Heat contest or whatever. I shared so many videos. I got so many customers because people were like, I could do that.
It's fun.
I just liked laughing at you.
I would actually put my boots on. That was fun, and my hat.
Your balance was so hilarious. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great.
No, Country Heat was so much fun.
And you got so good.
What's that?
But you got so good at it.
Yeah, towards the end. In the beginning. But, people want to see that. They want to see you're not perfect. They want to see you mess up and, size. When size came out, oh, my God. Answer. Have y'all done size? Who's done size?
No, not yet. I thought about trying it, too.
You should, Mandy, do it. Your next, before you say you're trying a new workout, do size.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, but after like 2 8 counts, I'm done. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And
That's like me with Zumba.
it looks so easy. They swing their hair, and I'm just like, what? Oh, bad. Patty and I did it together. Oh my God, we were new coaches. It was bad. But have fun. People want to see that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, you guys. Thanks for jumping on here. Have a good rest of the night. And yeah, let me know if you guys need anything.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.